You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Hello Sport Podcast. Home of unqualified opinion and unwavering bias. I believe the day today is Monday, 21st of June.
Is it the 21st already?
Yeah, I know. 21st of June, 2021. And we are sitting here. If we are distracted a little bit, it is because we do have the final round of the US Open on golf. We do have Louis Oosthuizen to win on About Even. If you don't know what About Even is, it's our betting show on YouTube. Go check it out. And so we are a little distracted. And by we, I am referring to, obviously, my co-host, Edward Simpson. How are you?
Good, mate. Not bad at all.
You feeling all right today?
Yeah, I'm feeling all right today, yeah.
You were sore yesterday was my... You know how, like, I can read you? You know how, like, you were sore yesterday?
Yeah, sore-ish. Yeah.
Sore-ish.
Yeah.
Remember we had a meeting on Friday and I just like read your body language to a T while we were sitting there having a meeting with someone outside, and I just knew you weren't sure whether to pull out a vape and start vaping in front of this dude, which you completely could have.
But I didn't.
But he didn't. But I just watched him and he was going like, I was just like at the corner of my eye, he's like looking around for the vape and then he's like, should I pull it out? And he's not. But he never actually reveals the vape at any one point. And the dude goes to the bathroom and I go, you got a vape, don't you? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, you were worried about whether you should pull it out or not. And then you decided not to. And he's like, yeah, no, I didn't think it was the right thing to do. So anyway, just to give you an insight, I basically can read his mind.
Read my body language.
Read your body language, read your mind. We're here. I don't know whether it's I feel like this last week, not much has happened.
Well, the thing about the shortened week, Tom, less time for things to happen.
It's a great point.
No, that may shock the listener.
Less time.
That may shock the punter, and of course, I'm sure it'll shock the dribbler.
Definitely.
But shorter weeks allow for less things to happen. Now, obviously, things did happen. There hasn't been like a massive news story. There's been some little tidbits, Tom.
Yeah.
Obviously, Queensland falling in a big sweaty heap. That's pretty funny. We'll get to that.
We will get to that.
New South Wales ripping and a tearing. Manly, obviously, probably the greatest club of all time.
Yep.
And, you know, just in the depths of June, plenty of rain around, winter.
I struggled to get up today.
Fucking oath I did. I had weird dreams last night.
What?
I can't remember them,
Okay,
but like
right, you just woke to weird dreams.
I woke to weird dreams that have come and gone. But I struggled. It's fucking pitch black. When's the winter solstice?
I'm pretty sure it was a few days ago.
Was it?
Yeah, that's what I heard. But
Feels like it's getting darker to me.
Yeah, it does. I'm
now.
struggling at the moment with. I've rekindled my relationship with my cat, and I know that sounds weird, but
That's cute.
we sort of fell out a little bit. Once we moved to Bellevue Hill, he was like, "Fucking wait, where are we?"
The winter solstice is Monday, the 21st of June.
I told you it was getting darker.
There you
I
go.
knew it.
Yeah.
There you go.
So today, the longest official day, shortest
Shortest day.
of the year for us Southern Hemispherians.
Yes, of which, like we have to mention that because a lot of people in the Northern Hemisphere that
Shitloads.
That
For
rock
you,
with
it's the
us.
longest day.
But yeah, my cat now sleeping exclusively in our bed, which is nice. He didn't for a while, and I felt like we were distant. It was like
How long had it been
Maybe
between spoons?
since we fucking probably since before we moved to Bellevue Hill. So even when we were in Bondi, Evie was a baby. It was like, nah, bro, you can't do it. Then once we get to Bellevue Hill, he's like a bit more of an outdoor cat now. Like he loves to roam around, and he just never would come in, never cuddled, never did anything. And then I just slowly started trying to break down the walls of like we didn't get any blokes on the spitty. Maybe we should have, me and Louie, but
Should have, yeah.
now he's in bed with us. It's nice, but it's just fucking all up in my shit. I
How
can't
did
get
you
a good
bring him
night's
back?
sleep. I don't know, dude. Just started patting him more, taking time. When life gets fast, mate. And, you see your cat running, you don't pay attention to him. You don't stop and say g'day. You don't, you fucking got a child you got to chase around. But then I just made a concerted effort to ball in the tree, play it where it lies, bruh. Concerted effort just to try and mend the fences. And now he's like fucking sleeping on my face at night, trying to suffocate me. So my sleep's a shit. I woke up this morning being like, do we just cancel the show today? Do we just cancel it?
Is that where you were at?
Just fucking snoozing the alarm.
How many snoozes did you rock?
I reckon I snoozed about 5 times. At 5-minute increments.
Yeah.
Which isn't good for anyone because 5 minutes extra.
My
sleep
alarm went
does
off at
nothing.
6:30 and I was like, dear God, couldn't have been darker, couldn't have been colder. Wasn't raining at the time, but I sensed that outside it was wet.
Yeah, you can get a sense of those things.
You can sense those things. And then I woke up again at 6:45 when my second alarm went off, and it's that 15 minutes felt like an age.
It often does.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I'd lived another life in that 15 minutes.
Is that where the weird dream happened?
Yes. You know when you can have weird dreams in that little tiny period?
Yes.
That's what happened. Here I am.
You made it back. You made it out.
Do I want to still be in bed today? Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I wish it was another public holiday. I don't know. Look.
We still work public holidays.
I don't know who's in charge of public holidays, like how you go about fucking implementing them, but I'm happy to put my hand up and start trying to wrestle a couple more back.
holidays. Why the fuck?
A couple more back for the people.
I would work so much. Now, listen, obviously, you and I are not conventionally employed by the man anymore for the time being.
But we were.
But we were.
Look, we may.
We may
hopefully
find our way
we
back there. Hopefully not, but who knows? You don't want to get ahead of yourself. But
the man can. He's got a way.
Easily find a way back in your life. Kick the door down.
Yeah.
I would work so much harder if it was like you have 4 days work and then a 3-day weekend. You know what I mean? Give me 3-day weekends all the time. I'd be like, I'll work my dick off for 4 days. Probably get way more done.
Do you reckon though that is? You only say that because at the moment we do 5-day weeks. Like if you went to 4, would you be looking for that 3-day week?
I mean, yeah, potentially. I'd always be looking for more of a weekend, but I think, well, it just depends. Like, how long does it take for me to get used to 3-day weekends and then stop appreciating them?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think really, look, I don't want to play devil's advocate, but I will.
No, do it.
I think that 5-day weeks surely more productive than 4-day weeks.
I don't know.
I think the studies might tell a different story. I've seen a lot.
They say that 4 days way more productive.
Yeah, well,
I'm happy to be proven wrong.
more
I'd like to be.
productive.
Yeah. I just think that, like, when it gets to Friday...
Well,
you
Friday's a
basically don't do
write-off
fucking-
anyway.
That's what I mean.
But what I'm saying is, if we took Mondays, right? Like I think that if we were to reclaim another day, it would be Monday because Friday's got a good vibe. I'm comfortable with Fridays now.
You don't want to ruin what
Friday's
Friday
a big
has.
vibe.
Yeah.
And Tuesday could easily start filling the fucking shoes of Monday because it's got a bit of Monday about it. Anyway.
Tuesday already has shades of Monday about it.
You know what I mean?
And I'd happily give Monday a whole new lease on life.
Yeah, 100%. I think so. I think Monday's earned it. Tuesday always been a bit of a cunt.
But Monday's been like just the most hated day of the week for...
It needs a rest. Yeah. Friday's adored.
Yeah, Friday's probably the cheekiest day of the week. You know
Friday's
what I mean?
so cheeky, dude.
Yeah.
Friday's he's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Friday gets you in trouble.
It does. Friday...
So does Thursday, by the way.
Yeah.
Thursday
can get you in a lot of trouble,
Yeah.
but Fridays it's sort of like,
Friday's like the fucking guy that winks at you, being like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
But like, you always find
know what we're
yourself
doing
in
after
crazy
work, bro.
situations when you're hanging out with Friday.
Yeah, Friday's a wild guy.
Yeah.
He's like tequila.
Yeah, Friday is tequila, and Thursday is. Thursday's just one of those days where you go like, oh, I shouldn't be hanging out with Thursday all the time.
We know what Thursday
Yeah,
is.
well, Friday lives its life without real consequences because it has Saturday to back up.
Yes.
Thursday has to deal with the consequences of its actions.
But Thursday doesn't give a fuck. That's the thing about Thursday. Thursday's crazy.
But Thursday does give a fuck on Friday morning. Thursday's like anxiety. What have I done wrong?
No, Thursday's had its fun.
But I feel like
You know what I mean? Thursday just hospital balls all its your issues to Friday, if that makes sense.
it does make sense.
But Thursday is because the day's over. Thursday's come and gone. Doesn't give a fuck anymore.
So Friday's left to clean up Thursday's mess.
Yeah.
And it does.
It does. It has to.
Yeah.
But I think Friday happy to clean up Thursday mess because Friday knows that when it's all said and done, when the clock strikes 12 p.m,
The day's over.
it's a write-off.
Yeah, Friday's only got to get to midday, and he's good.
Friday's got the cruisiest gig of all time.
Yeah.
What does that all mean for you, the punter and the dribbler?
Well, long weeks, long weekends. That's what we want.
What we're doing is, what we're saying in a roundabout way is, as we continue to grow the podcast with your help, and we need your help, I think we can get to a position where, and it's not too far away, where we may start seeing some influence, real influence,
In the political sphere.
in the political sphere in the right way, which is getting another public holiday or two.
No, we're
Now-
just getting a longer weekend.
Yes. But do we start under the guise of just tacking public holidays onto every Monday, and then all of a sudden we've got 26 Mondays off? We was like, we may as well make it 52.
We may as well make it 52.
Do you know what I mean? I think that's an easy, more palatable sell.
Once you get 26 Mondays off, why not 52?
Why not 52? You go, we're already fucking halfway. Let's just take them all off. Let's just rewrite this bitch.
Now, I mean, then you got to think about, okay, how are we selling certain Mondays? Like, whose birthdays should we be having days off for? Because, like, we get the Queen, and with the greatest respect to Queenie, I don't give a fuck about Queen.
But
I'm not going to get rid of it, but, like, when's Shane born? When's the Don born?
When was Winks born?
When was Winks born?
So the Don's birthday and
Shane's birthday.
And the Don's death.
Yes.
So I think we should be doubling up there. There's 2 already. Shane's birth, the 700 wickets maybe.
Yeah, definitely with Shane's birth. The Don's death as well. It's like a day of mourning, and the way how do you mourn? You fucking
take the day off and you cry.
Yeah.
And drink blokes.
So Warney, Kath. When Kath do we go Kath's birthday or when Kath did the run to end all runs?
I think maybe there should be the birthday for Kath, and then I think we do like a Sydney 2000 Remembrance Day, where we remember how fucking good we were, and that we came fourth on the medal tally, and only 24 million punters. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and maybe it's like at a certain hour of that day, everyone has to watch the highlights. That's got like Thorpe, and fucking Kath.
Obviously, Jane Saville, was it? She got DQ'd.
We don't want to see that. We don't want to.
But I think it's important
too. It's actually important to remember.
It's healed.
Yeah, it's true. It's healing. It's cathartic to see her get fucking red flagged when she was coming in to get gold in her home stadium. Yeah. Look,
if we go
both her feet off the ground.
If we go. If we go Warney's birthday and opening ceremony, then you've got 2 public holidays in 3 days. You've got like the biggest celebration of Australia. Yeah, they should just make that middle day Australia Day.
Well, the thing there is, then you go if you're at work, you take a required day off, whatever. You turn that into like a fucking basically get a week off.
Which are the best kinds of public holidays.
Yeah, big time.
So you got to be smart with it.
Okay, well that's good. That's something to work to. That's something to think about. If you got any other, obviously there are some more days like Winks' birthday, things of that nature.
Mick Fanning winning first world title. I don't know. I'm just shooting.
We're just shooting the shit. Or maybe
Wayne Gardner when he won the first MotoGP title.
Mick punched a shark.
Yeah. Stephen Bradbury, anniversary of that.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the Olympics. Oh, it's Winter Olympics.
That's winter.
But yeah, look, I think we've got some really tangible fucking steps forward here.
Plus,
that's
I think
great fucking
a
shot.
Public holiday on today, the winter solstice, because who the fuck wants to work when it's the?
I think that's smart. I think that's smart.
Winter solstice.
Winter solstice day for when you want to stay in bed.
Yeah, call it just bed.
Why do you want to stay in bed? Because it's dark as fuck.
It's cold.
It's interesting though. So it's now.
Oh, Louis Oost for par. Hit it, Louis Oost. Fuck! Oh. Louis drops a shot.
So now the days get longer all the way up until what, the
22nd of December, which is the longest day of the year.
It's interesting.
Anywho, Dave, did you do anything of note that we should be referring to from the weekend? Just
Not
smoke
really.
heaps of bongs?
Well, yeah, but not heaps, because I had to kind of cram on Saturday to finish my uni assignments.
How was your mouth after getting your teeth out?
It was pretty chill. Like, it wasn't too bad. I think I saw you guys like the week after or something.
Yeah.
It was really like, either I'm just really tough and everyone else is soft, or I got off really
you're
lightly.
a fast healer.
Yeah, fast healer, strong mouth, Obviously, lots of blokes in there have helped the recovery process.
It would, I imagine
helped build up immunity.
Yeah,
of course.
But, yeah.
All right, beautiful. Well, Eddie, maybe we just get into a bit of sport here. What do you reckon?
I think so, mate. Rory in big trouble here. This is for par.
For par?
This is for par.
Fuck, that was, mate, could you imagine hitting that shot, though, from that position? Like, Christ alive. We need him to fuck that up because Oos just dropped a shot, still in the lead, but...
Rahm now in his shoot. So Rory will go to 2. Interesting. It's all happening. I don't like that shirt, Rory.
No, that shirt from Rory McIlroy is... He looks like a Ribena berry.
Yeah, he does.
Which isn't in fashion right now.
Well, when was the last time the Ribena berry was in fashion?
It's got to have been, what, fucking... maybe early 2000s at best?
Yeah.
The Ribena berry, that was literally like sanctioned doping of children. Like, that was just like sugar.
Do you think that was a decision at government level that, we we dope the children of the nation?
I feel
to
like
what
it might have
end?
been. We were like, what was it that achieving? I don't know. Fucking sending parents absolutely mad. Like, I could not. The Ribena was the most fucking jacked up drink of all time.
How much sugar's in the Ribena berry?
I'll have a look. I just seen here. In 2011, they released a sparkling version of Ribena.
That's them trying to fucking go up market that's
I don't know. I'd never
what?
thought of Ribena as highbrow.
no, but that's their attempt because it was like, oh, look at this sugary fucking shit show.
Wow. Okay, all Ribena drinks are under 5 grams of sugar per 100 ml.
Per 100 mil. So what's a full bottle?
Well, if a full bottle
That'd be 15 grams as opposed for like 300 mils.
Yeah.
Or call it, call it 20 grams for 400 mils, which is basically a can of Coke. Which is probably, and what's in Coke and 375, like 37 grams, eh? So it is less sugary than Coke.
39 grams in 12 ounces, which is
Who the fuck uses
375
ounces?
grams.
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, look, so not as bad as Coke. Still not great.
Are you going to apologise?
To Ribena, to Big Berry,
To Big Berry,
to Big
yeah.
Ribena Berry. Fuck no, I'm not. But Brooksy,
Brooksy, people are melting down in the
everyone's
US
melting
Open.
as Louis Oosthuizen melts, but not as much.
No, Louis not melting.
No, he wasn't melting. He dropped a shot. Again,
This
this
for
is sort of
bogey.
what this show's going to be because
This for bogey.
the golf's on and Louis Oosthuizen in the lead.
Does he miss this?
He
does.
does miss it for bogey.
Rory's
the
out.
Ribena.
Rory's out. The Ribena berry crumbling.
Ribena Rory. This is tough.
Oh dear.
Oh, do you really need to fucking check your ball there, bro?
That's a representation of what happened to Ribena berry after they tried to go sparkling
yeah,
in
exactly.
2011.
Yeah, he is the human embodiment of sparkling Ribena.
Which no one called for.
No one called for and no one drunk.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Rory.
Well done, Rory. Is
I
that
had a feeling he'd
double
miss
bogey?
that. Bush league.
Now he's at mine.
He's dropped 3 shots in 2 holes and he's out of contention.
Shit.
Back it up, bruh.
That's
it up.
very. That's very.
It's not
Rory.
even on the list now.
He's gone, dude. Schauffele up to second. Anyway, Louis Oosthuizen. Sorry, everyone. Louis Oosthuizen off the tee. Hard
Likes
to
it.
tell. Hard to tell with the fucking white sky. Tell you what, if you're the cameraman filming golf balls, you are one of the. You're the best in class.
I think so.
If you can find and track a golf ball in the sky, you're a fucking psycho.
That's why they get paid the big bucks, Tom.
They better get paid the big.
I don't know if they do, but I assume they do. Like if you're a golf cameraman, you rock up with that on the resume. I think you call for the big bucks.
Yeah, you go. I'm not doing it unless it's like a computer thing where it's like it just tracks the ball, spots and tracks the ball.
I don't think so. I think that's all feel, baby.
That's naked eye stuff. All right, another great round of rugby league, Edward. Another great round of rugby league. The wheat is being separated from the chaff, which I believe is a farming term, an agricultural term. And that just means that the wheat being the top tier teams, separated from the chaff, the shit ones.
Yep.
Tell you what, there's not much wheat. A lot
Very
more
little.
chaff than there is wheat.
Not a good season for wheat. Yields are down.
Yeah,
And farms are doing it tough.
they are.
Lot of shit out there,
Mate, you had
lot of shit.
You had the Bunnies absolutely dry hump the Broncos. Then you had the Storm humping the fucking Tigers. The Roosters even kind of got humped by the Panthers from memory, I think.
Yeah, it was 36 to something.
38-12.
Manly humped the pants off of fucking the Titans.
Second half humping.
So it's just been humpings all round. As we momentarily get distracted to watch Louis Oosthuizen putt for birdie.
That'll drop. Woo up, son.
Woo up. But I think if you start at the Broncos initially, the Broncos looked like absolute horse shit against the Bunnies.
Now outright last, the Broncos.
Now outright last.
I tipped them to come last at the start of the year.
You
now,
did?
you might say, why, Edward, why? I would say this. They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
No.
They're think about this. Let's start here. Reece Walsh is in serious contention for an Origin spot.
Well, the team will be named while we're on air here, I would say, if it hasn't already.
Like
a lot
15 minutes.
of chatter about Reece getting the number 1 4 jersey. and coming off the bench. Now, I ask you this, Broncos fans. Why is it that no explanation has been given, or a good one, by Broncos management as to why you let go an Origin player during the season?
They basically will say to you, Eddie, if you ask them, that we didn't think he was ready. Now, I'm not saying they're right. Clearly they're not. But they didn't think
Origin player, potentially. Looking that way.
Did you see Roger Fabry of sprint training fame is already like fucking commenting on Walsh's shit, like saying, yo, bro, we need to get together and fucking work things out. And he's like, so that looks like it could be an unholy union about to form there.
Yeah, always should,
So, I don't think they'll give you a good excuse. What I found interesting is that now there's already like yarns, whispers saying that Kevy's losing the dressing room.
Yeah, I heard that.
That is crazy town. Well, I mean, it's not, but it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy in the sense like, could things get any worse? But it wouldn't surprise me if, I mean, like, his
Wasn't he supposed
style.
to do a press conference addressing rumours that he'd lost the dressing room? Has that happened?
I don't know. I didn't know if he was meant to do that. I know that he sort of denied it, I think. He was like, fuck that, mate. I haven't lost the dressing room. Or they don't like his bedside manner. They think that he doesn't give enough feedback as to why players dropped in, out, this, that. But I just don't know.
Well, Kevley's not afraid to wield the axe and, chop and change.
He does it too much. He's had like 400 sets of halves.
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. He's not afraid to rip and tear in the nicest. In the trimming department. Look, Tom and I call it how we say it.
Yep.
And we don't sugarcoat anything for the punter and of course, for the dribbler. We'd heard whispers that Kevy couldn't coach his way out of a wet paper bag. And there was no offence there to Kevy as the person. No. Kevy is a bloke. Kevy is a champion player. Kevy is someone who, an
ornament to the game of rugby league.
Exactly. Nothing to do with that. It was just more about, can Kevy actually coach? Because we all know that the Queensland Origin coach isn't a coach at all. No. He's a man motivator.
Yes.
Big difference.
Well, or it's like the Queensland Origin coach is not including Wayne Bennett from last year, but like the Queensland Origin coach for Mal and Kevy, this is no disrespect to either of those, but their greatest ability was to just like bring the right people together from a coaching standpoint.
Yes, exactly. Have the Broncos got shades of the Wallabies about them now? Like, talk about the glory years a fuckload. Yeah. They're always talking about the old boys. The old boys are at least the optics are that the old boys are very involved or like to be involved. They like to lean on the old boys a lot. More than most clubs, I would say.
And it's like, if they're not going well, it's because the old boys aren't included. And then now the old boys are included. It's like, well, it's got nothing to do with us. It's got nothing to do with us. It's because of the old fucking regime that we suck.
Yeah, exactly. It's the mess we've been left in.
Yeah. And that's the thing. But like, I do find it pretty fucking crazy where they're like, I heard Peter Bedell of Courier Mail fame on some rugby league show. And he was saying that, like, obviously, he's like, I don't think Kevy will get the sack this year. I'm like, if the Broncos were to sack Kevy this year, that is the most ridiculous fucking behaviour. Like, to go from signing Anthony Seibold for 15 years and then getting rid of him early and bringing Kevy in and not letting Kevy have a year to try and get something, like, to just sort of, like, plug some leaks in the club. Like, it just would seem absolutely absurd if he was to get sacked this year. Even next year, surely you give that motherfucker 2 years. That being said, he did let Reece Walsh go. So, I don't know. And Corey Oates is in reserve grade. It just seems like, how can you afford to have someone like Corey Oates in reserve grade? It's a side note.
I don't know where they go to from here. Obviously, I think they're every bit a spoon sniff.
Yeah. And I mean, I think as well, Eddie,
back-to-back spoons.
Not knowing where they go, but equally, who gives a fuck? With the greatest respect, fuck the Broncos.
Well, we don't care, but people do.
No, I know, but
a lot of people care, and that's why we're talking about it.
Ultimately, this is our show, and if we don't care,
but you know what? I care about the train wreck that we're seeing.
Oh,
like,
gotcha.
I'm like, that's an awful, awful chip from DeChambeau.
That is.
I like the fact that the Broncos, once proud, once great, once successful, get rid of Wayne Bennett, the wheels fall off. They bring him back in. They almost win a comp. They get rid of him again. The wheels have come off in their entirety.
Yeah.
And they're trying to plug the holes with old boys.
And there's talking about potentially like trying to get Wayne back again.
Of course they are. Of course, mate, as if that doesn't cross your mind if you're the Broncos. You're like, the only success we've ever had as a club is with Wayne at the helm. So, of course, you'd talk about bringing Wayne back.
That's fucking crazy.
You have to have rocks in your head if you didn't want to bring Wayne back.
I know, but it's almost like breaking up with a girlfriend and then you keep getting back together with them even though it's a toxic relationship. But it's really, really good, successful lovemaking when you guys are together.
It is. It is. You have success. But, look, you're dead last now.
Love that.
I like that for you. I think that's where the Broncos...
Rugby league's doing well when the Broncos are coming last.
That's right.
Rugby league's the winner.
Rugby league is the winner.
We move
the Panthers, Nathan Cleary is so fucking good.
Yeah, he's in a rich vein of form is Nathan Cleary. But I do think, not to make this a Manly thing, but when everyone's talking about, not to make it a Manly thing, I still think Tommy Turbo's best in the game. And we'll get to Manly, and maybe we'll get to him sooner than we think. But Nathan Cleary's good. He is fucking amazing. He's clearly the best half in the comp. But Nathan can't do what Tommy's doing. Can you please get up the assists stats, try assist stats, Dave? You should be able to find
for the season or for that game?
For the season. For players like the leaders of the season. I'm pretty sure that Tommy Turbo has as many try assists as Nathan Cleary, and he's played fucking half the games.
Nah, he's got one more than Nathan Cleary.
There you go. So he's got more than Nathan Cleary. He's played half the games.
I mean, while we're on that, Nico Hines has got the most line break assists and has also played half the season.
There you go. Well, yeah, exactly. I'm not fucking shitting on Nico, but I mean, let's not pretend like Nico holds a candle to Tommy Turbo, who also is fucking probably in the top 5 try scorers.
Get the try scorers up.
Try scorers, nah, he's not in the top. He's got... Actually, Jason Saab's 4th in top try scorers.
Of course he is.
And then Ruben Garrick is now 6th after that, and Tom Trbojevic is 8th.
There you go. Tom's in the top 10, though, and he's played fucking half the games of anyone.
There's 3 Manly players in the top 10.
That's pretty good. You like to hear that. But all I'm saying is when people are saying that Cleary's the best in the game, I just don't understand how you can fucking say that. When Tommy is man of the match in State of Origin, he's turned the club's fortunes around, and he's doing things that, like, people are going, is this the greatest run of form ever? They're not saying that about Nathan Cleary. They're saying Cleary's in fucking career best form. He's fucking killing it. He's absolutely killing it. But it's not like, no one's saying, like, we've never seen a half play this well before. They're comparing Tommy's run of form to Hayne, 09. Ben Barber. And obviously it's too early to be talking anything about like your overall standing in the game and after a career, but like
people are saying he could be the greatest player of all time.
That's what I'm saying. People are saying that, which is way too early to say that, but
is it?
But is it?
Is it too early to say that?
Is it too early to say that he's the greatest player of all time? I don't know. I don't know if it is. The things he does.
Ask yourself this: is it honestly too early?
That try he got, fuck Penrith, fuck all that. The try that Tommy scored yesterday against the Titans, where it was his 3rd try, where Croker's sort of taken it left, stopped, and just sort of passed it back on the inside to Tommy. And Tommy, it was just like, he just ran through like 2 guys, the smaller guys, and went over. But it's like, how the fuck do you allow that to happen? Obviously, we know the Titans are allergic to defense, but like, you know that they're going to give it to him. There's nothing they can do. It looked like under 8s. He just ran over the top of 2 guys after already scoring 2 tries, after having one taken off him, after setting up fucking 5.
Apparently that's what he used to look like when he was like in the juniors coming through. He'd score 4 or 5 tries every game and just make a mockery of everyone. And now he's starting to do that in the NRL. It's like, it's fucking crazy. He makes it look so easy. Obviously it's a combination of bad defense and him being unbelievable. But even at Origin level, you can't defend him.
No. So, like, what do you do?
What do you do?
But yesterday, we obviously had the bet with Tripod Betting Show. Check out Tripod Betting Show. Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all that shit. But we had a bet where they were, like, basically saying that Manly... We thought that the line... We said it about even that the 7.5 point line is fucking...
The most ridiculous line.
It was the most disrespectful line in the history of rugby league. Tripod seemed to think that we were incorrect on that one as the game suggested the result, it was the most disrespectful line at halftime. Were we nervous, Eddie? No, we weren't.
Do I get nervous? No,
24-8 down.
I saw it as a challenge. I think the boys did as well.
It seemed like they were just playing with their food a little bit, Manly, going, let's get them out to a lead, fuck around, and then we'll come back.
Let's make this interesting.
Yeah.
You know, for those that are for the, it's all about the fans. You know, Manly know that the fans are the lifeblood of the game. They are what pay the bills, and they just wanted the fans to, you know, enjoy one of the great comebacks of all time, if not the greatest.
Now, imagine if Ruben had his kicking boots on. He put the wrong boots on yesterday, and that's fine. Ruben's a dear friend.
Well, luckily someone ran them out to him.
Yes,
he ran the boots out late in the game, but.
Well, we had him couriered. Let's be honest, Eddie. We opened the.
Look, I don't like to make it about you.
I know we didn't want to make it about you and I, but once we saw him fucking miss his 6th in a row, whatever it was, we went, holy shit. And we sent our personal courier, around to Ruben's house, picked up his kicking boots, and then we got him fucking flown straight to the Gold Coast.
Yeah. You might say to yourself, geez, there's not enough time for that, but...
There obviously is, though, because we did it.
Yeah, I mean...
There obviously is. John Rahm almost just sunk a long, long motherfucking putt.
Birdie
Hopefully
putt.
It was for par. Was it for birdie?
Would have been for birdie.
I hope it wasn't, and now he's going to bogey it. Look at that. Lipped out. You unlucky bastard. Thank Christ. So we got those boots up to Ruben, quick, smart. He starts kicking well. But if he had, can you, Dave, as well, just check how many Ruben missed yesterday?
He missed 5.
All right, so that's 10 extra points. And what do we get?
It's 56.
So we basically got 70 points.
Yeah,
because
so
if he
56 plus, yeah.
He hits them, more confidence, we probably score another try or two.
Oh, well, I think he scores another one.
Yeah, he at least scores another one. So 16 points.
Yep.
So 60, 72, is it? Is that the math?
Yep.
That's your math.
So it's basically, it was basically 80 to
24. It's an 80-point second half, which is pretty crazy in rugby league. Like
72 points.
72 points second half. Sorry, it wasn't nil at first half, was it? 72 points second half. Never been done. Never been done.
But it's a weird old season though, isn't it? Like, when was the last time only 3 teams could win the comp, and everyone else was absolute horse shit?
Was it Braden or Dave saying that, or maybe I just saw this, but like the last time 80 points were scored in a game was fucking, it's only happened like 6 or 7 times, and then 2 this weekend, 80 points were scored in a game. Like, it hasn't been happening at all, and now this season, it's just blowout central, dude. Like, if you aren't the big 3 of Manly, Penrith, and Melbourne...
In that order. You
just get blown. You get your asshole blown out week after week after week. We've now put 50... We've finished 3 team seasons. With 3 Queensland teams. All Queensland teams. Broncos, Titans, Cowboys.
In not that long of a
Pretty
period.
much successive weeks. So, I mean, we're fucking unstoppable, but... When you think about that Tigers Storm game, it was 40. What was that like?
It was 40-0 at halftime. It was like 30-0 after 17 minutes, and Tigers hadn't had like one full set.
Like the poor Tigers.
What is that about?
They get it, but the Tigers get an Origin win over the Panthers and think that means anything. They're standing ovation for this fucking side that's just beating a bunch of fucking nobodies.
Yeah, bunch of kids,
an under 20 side, and didn't beat them convincingly. Like they just beat them. And then
it's basically a New South Wales Cup side.
You come up against the Storm and you get absolutely pummeled. Like it was, I had it on in the background. So like it was just muted. But it was like every single fucking set they went over. And it was like training run shit. Like they just weren't even like, oh yeah, dummy, draw this dumbass in, pass the ball. Oh, then he's going to dummy that dumbass and pass it back to me. And then I score. It was like, the Tigers suck.
There were 10 different try scorers for us.
Can you imagine if you picked that?
And the only 3 players on our starting team that didn't score were the 2 wingers, Jennings and Adokar, and Justin Olam.
And I might have had Olam as an anytime try scorer for our kitchen sink multi, which is fucking annoying.
We missed 3 kicks, so that would have actually taken us to 72. And then if you count, like, if we were at full strength and had Pappenhausen, that's another, like, 20 points as well.
Well, but then you lose Hines, so then maybe it's not.
Yeah, but Pappenhausen can kick better, and he can defend way better than Nico Hines.
You reckon?
Like, fullback defensive positioning, yeah. You look at most of the tries that's been scored against us, it's like Hines should have at least been there, close there to stop it.
Look at this guy, just the wealth of riches. He's not happy with Nico Hines.
I'm not happy with our 66-16
You know what
win.
I mean? He's not happy with Nico Hines. He fucking...
Good Lord.
Yeah.
Also, because Ryan Pappenhausen is in my fantasy team, and I've been sorely
Well,
missing
you should have sold him, mate.
Yeah, why haven't you sold him yet?
You're
'Cause
an
I'm
idiot.
in a draft league. I don't sell.
Oh, you're in draft. Boring. Where were we?
Just basically talking about dominant wins and the Tigers, the DMC Tigers.
Oh,
being
have you
fucking
seen that
atrocious.
photo of Madge Maguire when he arrived at the Tigers? Is that real?
I didn't think that was real. That guy sent that to us. I was like, surely that's not real. That looks, I mean, if it is, it's the only thing I can compare it to is like when you start a presidency and then when you finish, you know, like Barack, and it's
Yes.
like, oh, dude, he looks like shit.
But that's 8 years, not 3.
No, exactly.
Or 2.
Madge looks like pure shit if that is
Can
what
you
it
get
is.
up on your laptop, Madge, when he signed with the Tigers press conference?
Madge. These motherfuckers. Oh, wait, where am I? Am I in the right gram? Yeah, I am.
When would he have signed? End
2 or
of
3
last
years
year?
ago?
Oh no, 2 or 3 years ago. Yeah.
Maybe just Google that.
Yeah, that's what I'd be doing. Google it, D.
There's just too many articles about how terrible he is.
Go images.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh,
That's what I mean, right? Is that legit?
which this is his like team profile photo.
See, he has, bro.
Yeah, he has, man. He looks like fucking.
And that was.
Could they have photoshopped that one? You
Well,
know,
it was
like
2018. They could have brushed it up a bit, but there's only a certain amount that Photoshop
I don't,
can
yeah,
do.
but they're not going to go overboard
no,
on the
you're
brush.
right. You're right. They're not
I
going to
don't
go
think they have a
overboard on the
full
brush.
department for photoshopping.
Poor old Madge compared from that to now is
Night and day. The
Night
poor
and day.
bastard looks atrocious. And I say that with obviously the greatest respect imaginable. But he does not look good at all. Anyway, whatever. Good luck to the Tigers, I would say, Eddie. Now, the Raiders, you get back on them, they lose. You start to follow them again, they lose. The DMC Dragons, shout out to, I think his name's Liam Brennan for that fucking DMC flow chart that he did.
that would have worked for that
It
game.
did work for that game.
Obviously didn't work for the Storm, but
I mean, like at
Let's
some
be
point,
honest.
that's the exception that proves the rule almost that game. But Ricky, so you know you got the concussion sub and all that sort of shit.
Yep.
Ricky just put this kid on. Ricky fucked up the rules and just chucked this kid on for his debut, and then it wasn't allowed, and then he had to come off. And then Ricky's like, after the game, like, "Fuck, sorry, I didn't realize that you couldn't do it. I thought that you were able to do it because the player got put on report and all this shit, and just completely fucked it." And I'm just like, Ricky in 2021, Ricky struggling to handle the heat of the kitchen.
so what is the ruling with the concussion thing?
I think it's that if your player gets fucking ruled out for the game for a concussion from an illegal shot, maybe not even just concussion.
it doesn't have-
If
yeah.
it's an illegal play that the player gets put on report and your player's ruled out of the game, you can bring him in, but not just if the thing is put on report.
Yeah, no, it has to be either sin bin or send off.
Yes.
Yeah, it can't be report.
It
has
can't
to
be report.
Yeah. Yeah, it has to be or if you get 3 HI.
How does Ricky get that wrong?
But why is it Ricky's decision? Why isn't there an interchange officer who's like, nah, Ricky, you focus on coaching the game. I'll check.
Well,
the
I don't know. I feel like if you're the coach, you are making those decisions, aren't you? You're going like,
Well, you'd say can we have another player on? Then someone's like, no, that's not
it was
the
only a
rules.
report.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're saying there should have been some
Checks and balances.
Checks
What,
and
what
balances.
about those dudes who hold the cards on the sideline? Surely
They're
they've got
not
some
paying
knowledge
attention to that. They're just paying attention to when you're coming onto the field. But still, I think you're right. We could certainly have they could have done something. But Ricky just melting. I didn't watch Ricky's press conference, but I assume if that was such a fucking beater performance to let the Dragons come back and win. Ola Kawatu. Sorry, back to Manly. Ola Kawatu. We say it every week, but he is the best young back rower in the game. If you can think of a better one, let me know. But this guy's playing his first season of rugby league. As I said, played basketball until a week ago. That try he scored yesterday was
Apparently, he started the start of the season. He was playing basketball.
Yeah, he was in the NBL. He got
Yeah.
drafted from the Kings on round 2.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, dude, you'd be better at footy.
They gave the Kings a sandwich for him.
They traded their washing machine to get him.
They gave him a sandwich that may or may not have been out of date.
Yeah,
and that's not to speak to the value of Olakau'atu. That's just to speak
No. It's to speak to the position of the Kings and what they're willing to accept for,
a world-class talent.
Yeah, world-class talent, a prize ball,
Yeah.
as it were.
Yeah.
Look, it was a 7-Eleven sandwich.
7-Eleven
It was
Sambo.
chicken. It had gone out of date.
Only by a couple of days, though.
Yeah, only by a couple of days, but only a brave man would eat it.
Yes, it had been left in the sun. So it was not, it hadn't been refrigerated, out of date. You'd certainly be running the gauntlet.
Yeah. Look, and we've got friends at the Kings. And
We do. We love the Kings.
look, I mean,
We're
that's
fucking
how,
violet crumbles all the way.
Yeah, 100%. But that's how you know the story is true.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we might have provided the sandwich. We were like, listen, we want him at the club. Because often the club will send us out on recruitment missions.
Look, it's I don't know if that's a well-known secret or not, but we do often broker deals between prize balls and the club.
Yeah.
On this occasion, it was the Kings, and on this occasion, to sweeten the deal, we need to give up, an out-of-date sandwich.
One of the easier deals we've made, I tell you.
Well, it wasn't the hardest.
And well, because to be honest, it was more that they just were like, "You're gonna eat that." We were like, "Oh no, this is actually for the bin." They're like, "Well, we'll take that. You take Olakau'atu." We're like, "Really?" They're like, "You're gonna eat it?" And we're like, "All right, okay, all right. You can have the fucking sandwich. We'll take Olakau'atu." And we're like, "Pack your bags, bro. We're out of here."
Yeah.
And he was stoked. He was like, "Let me get the fuck out of this joint."
Yeah. And then we threw a steed in his hands. We took him down to the park, and we showed him how to pass, how to kick, how to tackle, and he picked it up pretty quickly. In fairness to him,
well, he was an athlete. He's an athlete.
Well, he's a thoroughbred, Tom.
He's a thoroughbred. He could already take high. He was already good with the ball in hand because of basketball.
But I showed him a couple of things. Tom showed him a couple of things.
Yeah. Obviously, you fleet of foot, me rock solid in defence. I just showed him how to activate his shoulders.
I showed him how to play the ball at the line, and pick out the fullback, and
just
take the high ball,
leap high above. Tell you what else. Now, and Olakau'atu's been very sort of gracious in thanking us for that. Sent over a wonderful gift basket.
He did. I tell you what, I'll say this, punters and dribblers. The gift basket, not done by a long way.
As in just the gift basket in general?
Yeah. If you thought the gift basket industry was on its knees, think again.
Think again. The hamper industry.
Never been stronger.
Chutneys, cheeses, wines.
Chutneys, cheeses, wines. That's the way to my heart.
Yeah. That's almost, we should start our
the two C's
industry.
and the W.
Yeah. Chutneys, cheeses, wine.
Yeah.
By Hello Sport.
Yeah.
Or just send it to us. So thank you very much to Olakau'atu for that. That was very sweet of him. Also, before we wrap up just on the round-to-round of rugby league, just quickly back to Manly, Eddie. Taniela Paseka is
of line break fame.
He's beginning to believe. He is becoming Neo, dude. He's becoming Neo. He's realizing his front row potential. That line break to grub a kick.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me? He's also humongous. Like, he was tall and he's always been big, but now he's starting to fill out to where you're like, holy shit, you are like a humongous, thick, gigantic, athletic throbber.
Who's thick?
Who's thick as fuck. But like, that run reminded me of Brent Kite, 08 grand final of Clive Churchill medalist fame. Except that Taniela, the modern day rugby league front rower, puts in a fucking grubber kick. Dylan Walker off the bench, dude. Can we talk about Dill for a second?
Yeah.
What an interchange player Dill's become.
Dill looks great with the 1-4 on the back.
Yeah, he does.
Unbelievable. He's found a home with the 14.
Comes and plays in the middle when there's some tired forwards on the field. That flick pass to DCE to make my multi come off as I jumped up on the couch like Tom Cruise on Oprah. Mate, Dill's
back.
Dill's back. Dill's back in a big way.
In a great way. And I think at the end of the day, although this is about Manly in some ways, this segment.
In some ways.
In another way, it's about a young footballer who's getting older, who's had his troubles, finding his way back to first grade rugby league football.
Finding his way home.
Yeah, finding his way home.
He's been on he's been on a ship that's sort of the engine shut off and he was drifting off
the
coast.
He was drifting. He's like, am I a centre? Am I a 5'8"? Am I a fullback? Am I playing the game I love?
Am I in trouble?
Am I in trouble? Am I going to right these wrongs? Am I going to turn the things around?
I just want to be a good man for my family, my friends, my club.
Yeah, I want the club to be proud of me.
Yeah.
And I want to play, some really elite football. And I think that at the end of the day, we can all agree
The
that
ship's drifted back to shore.
it has. It's found a port.
Yeah.
And that port's the 14 jersey at the Manly Seagulls Club.
Seagulls.
So I just wanted to take a moment to say...
Welcome home.
Yep.
To Dylan Walker.
Welcome back to port.
Welcome back to port, brother. Come on in.
We got
nice,
the tugs. The tugs will take you in.
The tugs will bring you. We got a nice warm meal for you. We got a soft bed.
We do. A soft bed.
A soft bed and a blanket to wrap you up. It's been cold out there.
It has been. Take a load off. Have a hot shower.
Take a hot shower. Run a bath. Actually, I want you off your feet.
Yeah, we'll run it for you.
We'll run you a bath. Now listen, this might be pushing the friendship, but I mean we can help you. We can wash you.
Well, I think that was assumed, wasn't it?
Yeah, we can.
This man's been floating endlessly around the high seas, Tom.
He doesn't have his sea legs.
He doesn't have his sea legs. I think he's going to need a bathing.
Or he has his sea legs, doesn't have his land legs. So we need to help him to the bath and bathe him.
What's the implication of your sea legs?
Well, so you can't. You're used to being on wobbly fucking. So then when you get to land, you're not used to it being sturdy.
Yes. Okay. So your sea legs, you are pro wobble.
Well, you constant wobble.
Yeah.
And then land, no wobble.
Yeah, unless it's an earthquake.
Unless it's an earthquake. If you stepped off of a boat directly into an earthquake, you'd be like, you'd be fucking cool. Maybe that's a way to ease the seafaring, the returning seafaring individual is just try to time it with an earthquake. So maybe get off in Japan.
Yeah, or put huge populations of people onto boats in anticipation for an earthquake. Bring them back.
Bring them back as it's happening.
They'll be fine.
That's it. That's also a really, really workable solution.
So congratulations to Dylan.
Congratulations to Dylan. Congratulations to Manly.
Should we Origin?
Yep.
Origin.
They've named the team. You want to hear
Great, perfect. We've managed to dribble our way up. So Queensland have named their team, and we will pass over to our resident turncoat, D or Dave, to name the side that he shouldn't support.
Yes, I'm enthusiastic would be an overstatement about the quality of this side. But anyway, Reece Walsh at fullback, Valentine Holmes and Kyle Felt on the wings, Kurt Capewell and Dan Gagai in the centres. Halves are Munster and Cherry.
Start that again. I wasn't even
Start
listening.
again.
Wasn't listening. I was looking at Louis Oost. Fuck, he's hit it onto the... Where the fuck's that gone, Louis?
That's fine.
It's hit a buggy.
Oh.
Go.
Back to land.
Back to land like Dylan Walker. Oh.
That's all right.
That's not really.
That's all right.
It's right on the
which way
fucking
is it?
transition of dirt
It's fine.
and cement. I wonder, can you move that because it's a man-made object?
I think that's fine. Because they take the divot after the ball.
Yeah, but you've got to fucking hit behind. You've got to hit between the cement of the path and the grass. You've got to be hitting down.
I think there's a bit there.
I don't think there is.
It depends which way he's hitting.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
That's true. He could be hitting along the side of it. Sparkling Ribena.
No.
Horrible putt. Horrible putt for Sparkling Ribena. Jesus Christ, that shirt's disgusting. John Rahm. Sorry, we will get back to you, Dave. We just have to take a moment here.
John Rahm's got a gut.
John Rahm is the punter and dribbler.
He's a
golfer.
portly fellow, isn't he?
Well, he's just loose. He's not. He's like, fuck, mate. I don't need a six-pack to swing a club. He's on 16 as well, so let's just have him fucking... Let's have you fuck this. Oh, he's in a bunker?
Yeah.
Love that for you, John. John, I love that for you. Stay right there, brother. I have great respect for the expertly pulled off bunker shot. I mean, I have a lot of respect for all these fucking... But I hate the bunker.
Yeah, they love the bunker.
It's like a nice little holiday for them.
Yeah, they don't seem to have any issues with the bunker whatsoever.
John Rahm, here we go. Come on, Rahm.
He's got the shortest backswing of all time.
Similar to me, I think.
Very similar.
Oh, good. Good shot from John.
All right.
So, David, please,
Start
the
again.
Queensland
Yeah.
team.
All right, fullback Reece Walsh.
Fucking hell, so he's named a fullback.
Yeah, named a fullback.
Holy fuck. See my earlier comments around Broncos and one of the great bed shits of all time.
He's fullback for Origin after 6 NRL games. 7 NRL games.
Yeah, it must be something.
Crazy. All right.
And then on the wings, Val Holmes and Kyle Feltz.
Yep.
Dane Gagai and Kurt Capewell in the centres. Munster, Cherry Evans in the halves.
So no changes there at all.
No Chambers. I thought they were talking about bringing Will Chambers
They
in.
haven't made a single change there.
No, that's good.
What? So what? They all of a sudden they've worked out how to defend Latrell and
Tommy.
Love two
that.
absolute out and out
I'll tell
thoroughbreds.
you how you defend Latrell and Tommy. Do the exact same thing. That's great.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. Maybe we'll just get some fucking, I don't know, a couple of old great tacklers in.
I'll tell you what we do. Let's pick a 7-game player at fullback. That's how we defend
I know how we fix it. I know how we fix all our issues. Do nothing
do absolutely nothing.
and pick a 7-gamer at fullback.
No Coates.
Xavier Coates got dropped.
Yeah.
Oh, because Val Holmes goes to the wing for Coates.
And Felt's on the other side. Felt's
Yeah,
edge of spot.
Felt's.
That's Paul Green, dude. Paul Green loving his fucking North Queensland. As if you can tell me that fucking Kyle Felt's better than Xavier Coates. Fucking hell.
Thanks for that, Braden. That's a good observation that we'd missed.
Yes.
Kyle Felt of...
He's a solid NRL wing of fame. Well, he's a good NRL wing of fame.
Well, I was going to say middling NRL winger fan.
No, he's not
He's
middling.
good,
he's good, but I mean...
He's not great.
No.
I feel like
he
Kyle...
does a winger's job. He doesn't do much else besides
Xavier
the
Coates
bare
seems
minimum
to have
wingers.
more game-breaking ability than Kyle Felt.
That Xavier Coates try-saver
Was fucking
that was
amazing.
Actually, when your team's down like 40-0,
Yeah.
that is a gutsy.
Kyle does
thing
not
to do.
chase down
Xavier
fucking-
Coates is a fucking beast, dude. Yeah, it's some fuck-ups in the first game, but who didn't out
But
there?
didn't Kyle Felt fuck up in that game as well?
Gagai and Capewell would have had 15, 20 missed tackles each.
And as
They're
if
in
you're-
the side.
And as if you're not blooding like Xavier Coates as an Origin player when he's going to become the best wing in the league next year. When he
Yeah,
comes to
that's
the squad.
crazy. That's jobs for the boys. Paul Green loving his fucking...
That is jobs for the boys. Keep going.
Front row: Christian Welch, Josh
Yep.
Papali,
Yep.
and Andrew McCulloch at 9.
well, yeah, because fucking...
And then
Yeah,
Ben
Harry
Hunt's
Graz.
14,
Yeah, Ben
I'm
Hunt's
assuming.
14. Back row is Jai Arrow, Kafusi, and Tino.
yeah.
And then
Fafita
the
drop.
Yeah, Fafita back on the bench. So the
Okay.
bench is Ben Hunt, Fodawaker, David Fafita, Francis Molo, and then the reserves: Cohen Hess and Ronaldo Mulatalo.
Right.
So Ronaldo
okay.
brought into the squad.
So back to who is... And Ben Hunt's 14.
Yeah.
And AJ Brimson, is that injury or what are we thinking here?
I think he had some sort of injury, but could be a bit of both.
Wow.
I just think, yeah. Well, he didn't play this week,
Okay.
so
Yeah. Also, our boy Louis Oosthuizen did get to move the ball, just so you know. He gets to move it a club away from the man-made obstacle, I believe, is the rule.
Get it
But
away
do
from
your
that
own
tree.
research. Okay, yeah, there you go. So Queensland, fucking big hole.
Good Lord. Part of me...
Papali back is good.
Yeah, that's huge.
and Welch.
Welsh and
Welch
back.
was playing in the first game.
Yeah, he
Well,
was.
yeah, but he was.
Yeah, but like, I mean, he's already fucking there.
I still... Look, when Welsh went off, that was a massive... a lot of the momentum swung our way.
But Welsh, with the greatest respect, friend of the show, not a 50-point player.
He's not a 50-point player. I still don't understand how they see the centres, Gagai and Capewell, defending our boys. I don't see it.
It's just absurd that.
How does this... what are
in
you
the-
talking
in
about?
the whole of rugby league, in like one of the biggest playing states, there's not a specialist centre.
No,
to play.
Capewell's a back rower.
Yeah.
Capewell's he's an out-and-out back rower.
Look,
Yeah.
he's the only one that scored from game one. Not that means anything. And he had a phenomenal 2020 series. So you get it. I get it to a Queensland loyalty degree, but then I'm also like,
Yeah, but in 2020, we didn't have Latrell or
Tommy.
our boy Tommy.
No.
I'm just like, it's a different year. And there's two thoroughbreds out there that you don't know how to defend.
No.
And I just don't see it going well for you again. Like, I think this is our sweep year.
This is a sweep year. This is get your brooms out. We're about
Get
to
your
sweep these
fucking
losers.
rooms out, bro.
About to sweep these losers.
McCulloch at 9? Jesus.
Because if there was going to be a game to win for Queensland, it would have been this one.
And you know what
they're
they've
not gonna
done as
win
well? They fucked it. They fucked it with sorry, I'm getting messages here. Oh, is that Morrick? Oh, it's Ram. No. Is that a birdie?
Yep.
Jesus Christ. But he's still got a few more holes.
Orst. He's got plenty. Rahm's got one more.
That was a great fucking putt.
Great part. Where were we?
They've fucked it because, and you were going to say.
What was I saying? It's hard to maintain your focus when you've got money on the golf and it's in the background.
Capewell, they fucked it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just like he played well last year. He's all right, but you're right. In the whole of Queensland, they don't have a centre to... Like, you put Capewell in the back row because he's a good back rower, but instead they just keep him in the centres where he got fucking annihilated.
He got pumped within an inch of his life.
What they also fucked up with was Reid Marnie and fucking allowing him to go back and play for Parramatta in game one. He then does his fucking pec or his shoulder or some shit, and he's out for like game two as well. And now you've got to do Andrew McCulloch with the greatest respect at hooker. I'm surprised they didn't put Ben Hunt at hooker.
That's what I'm... I think that was surprising.
Well, I think
they must see more utility value for him, but still, I would have put him at... he's been there and done it.
But I think they'll...
Yeah. He's playing all right for St George.
Yeah, but
he's
kind of
playing
like
well.
the Storm are doing. I reckon they'll play like McCulloch for the first 20 or so, and then McCulloch will like come off or go into the back row or something, and Hunt will come on.
Hunt's a good player.
Yeah,
Especially
possibly.
in a good team. Like, he's playing in a shit team, so it's hard, but like... He is a good player.
Oh, look, fuck. At the end of the day, though, God save us. That side, if I'm a Queenslander, I'm furious.
Yeah. We're basically going to sweep them. So if you have a broom, get ready to sweep.
Put your brooms out.
Put your brooms out for Queensland because we're about to sweep these softies.
Dust off the brooms. It's going to be a great time on Sunday night when we win in Queensland at Suncorp for the first time in a long time.
Yeah.
And we bring home the shield for a celebration, a party of sorts at ANZ. The punters will turn up because they like to win.
Are we going to watch it somewhere, Eddie? Sunday night? We've also got the show the next morning.
I'll be coming back from Tasmania. I reckon I'm just going to go cruise home.
I think I'm going
to... Got the 2:30 flight for 4:30. 2:30 for 4:30.
2:30 to land here, 4:30.
Yep.
That's nice.
Give myself plenty of time. You're going to get drunk, did you say?
I think I might.
Yeah.
Come in a little bit dusty on this. I mean, if we win, I think it'd be silly not to. But then I'm also like, well, you also, you're a dad and you got a kid at home and fucking starts crying at night and you're half pissed. It's not fun. So, there's a lot to think about, a lot to consider. New South Wales side, on the other hand, Eddie, the only changes we've made are, I think, Crichton comes back in. Obviously, Jakey Turbo out injured, which is of great, sadness to the state. We had a day of mourning.
We did.
But Crichton comes in. Dale Finucane doesn't. Liam Wright keeps his spot.
Yep. Liam Martin, sorry.
Payne Haas to start. That's sort of it.
Well, they haven't announced. They've just announced a squad, not a team.
No, I'm pretty sure they did. Payne Haas is at... I thought they named Payne Haas in...
I think they just named a squad.
No, it was just a squad.
Yeah. It was just a squad.
Interesting.
And Finucane in the squad.
Yeah.
Not guaranteed
if
start.
I go to New South Wales Blues on Instagram...
Yeah.
Is it just a squad? Yeah, it is. Just a team list. Well, there you go. But, so we don't know exactly how that'll shake out then in terms of whether Finucane plays or not. Surely he does. Well, so what, you drop Finucane for Liam... You drop Liam Martin for Finucane? It's
probably doesn't really matter for them, does it? They're like, yeah.
No, but I mean, like, that would be the only thing. You surely Crichton plays.
Crichton has to come in somewhere.
Surely Crichton plays.
Like, why wouldn't you make a good team better? That would be my argument.
Yeah.
Does Angus Crichton make the side better? Yes, I think he does.
Yes, he
so
absolutely
you put him
does.
in.
He absolutely does.
You know what I mean? Isn't that a no-brainer?
Yeah, I'd say it's a no-brainer. Anyway, fucking, that's that.
That's Origin.
That's Origin. I don't think there's anything else in rugby league.
No, I don't think so.
Eddie, Gal v Huni, Wednesday night, the fight that stopped a nation. Paul Gallen of rugby league turned boxer fame, and Justice Huni of up-and-coming Australian boxer fame. Huni beat the fuck out of Gal. Gal, one of the toughest people in Australian history, took some absolutely diabolical punches. His body just got completely ripped apart. Huni fucked him up in the face as well, like just headshots. He just pummeled him everywhere. And it was like, you've seen all Gal's fights to date, and then you see him, as Rahm goes into the bunker. then you see Gal fight Huni and you're like, oh, there is an absolute gulf in ability.
Massive gulf. He got fucking pumped in the first 2 rounds. Like,
you could have ended every round, it seems.
Oh, 100%. And then, like, poor Gal tries to come inside and get close, and because, he's not going to get dealt up as badly.
Well, the only way he can win is by, like, brawling on the inside, right?
But so then Huni just starts working the bod in a way I haven't seen a bod worked over in a long time.
Every time Gal would try and come in, it was like, you're going to have to eat some shots to get on the inside. It's like, oh, he ate some shots.
No, he like ate so many shots. I think Gal reckons he broke his rib in the second round. Whether he did or not, I'm not sure. But he got fucking pieced up. I thought it was going to be done in the first 2 rounds. I'm like, they're going to call this thing. But Gal hangs on because he's a fucking warrior.
Yes, the only reason that Gal... I mean, what was the thing that was surprising from it? Now, obviously, Gal tough as fuck. We know that. We certainly didn't know how tough before. Like, we now know even more because of the fight. But, like, I would have thought that if Justice, one of the great names, was going to be a real, like, world beater, he'd need to be able to knock cunts out. If you're in the heavyweight division, like, he doesn't seem to have... He can't knock out Gal, who obviously is tough, but it's like...
Could you argue that he's still a young boy becoming a man? He's only 22.
You could. And he doesn't seem like... He's not muscly. He's just big as fuck.
He's not cut.
No, he's not cut.
It's not cut from granite.
I mean that you don't have to be. Like, Tyson Fury's not. But he still doesn't, like, have a big chest. His arms aren't big.
You don't need to be cut at all. Like, to your point, Fury's not... He's like a fucking... He's got a full dad bod, dude.
He does, but he's still big. Like, he's still... When he's fit, he still, like, has a chest. Huni just seemed like a soft-bodied heavyweight who can hit hard. Well, who can box his ass off. I just think, like, if you can't knock out Gal, even though he kind of did in the 10th round, like...
Well, he did.
But I think Gal has that, like, Homer Simpson to him where he just can't get knocked down.
I feel like there's an element of that to Gal. Because that was crazy shit. You can see at the end he was just, like, he was standing, but, like, he just kind of wasn't in the same time.
I can't believe well, he fell over and tackled him.
Yeah. I like that.
He forgot which sport he was playing. That's how
someone made a joke of one of our groups being like, I can't remember if it was in the one I'm in with you or not, where they were saying it looked like Gal was about to get up and play the ball. Like, fucking didn't know where he was. But it was a great night for Australian boxing, I thought, Tom.
Yes.
Because it was a gentle reminder that without the leaguey, boxing in this nation would be nothing.
Would be absolutely nothing. The guy who was doing the announcing for the Gal and Huni fight, firstly, Huni had an entrance that took like 45 minutes to get to the ring, which I thought was indulgent for a 4-fight professional, but I was also definitely down for it.
It's all about entertainment.
Pageantry. But the ring announcer was this American bloke, and he had his palm cards, and then when he tried to, like, announce the fighters to come in, like, he got to this sort of fever pitch and he threw his fucking cards in the air, and then they just sort of fluttered off and were just all over the fucking ring. And I'm like, is this guy gonna pick those up? Like, how are you meant to sort of keep announcing and then be like trying to quickly, like, scrounge around, and then when Gal gets to the ring and he's like calling Gal's name, all Gal is doing is just pointing to this guy's cards, like, what are these doing here? Pick these cards up. Pick these fucking cards up. So then some guy's got to, like, scurry in and pick up this dumbass announcer's cards.
Did you hear Gal's trainer having a go at the ref after as well?
No.
Oh, you didn't hear that? Yeah, I've got the video here.
How is that guy calling the ref a joke?
I like that ref.
That ref's cool.
That ref's got a bit of go about him, you fucking idiot.
I don't know what Gal's trainer's even saying. We're never.
He's like, why just? Is he implying that they were never going to win the fight because the judge had it out for him?
Or is he saying we were never going to win the fight, so why just stop it early? Just let him see it out? Like,
I don't know. It could have been both because he said, like, what did he say? He goes,
oh yeah, maybe that was it. As in we were behind on points, obviously.
Yeah.
So he didn't need the stoppage.
Yeah, but it's like, bruh, he's getting fucking mauled. Like, the argument could have been made that he should have stopped the fight earlier anyway because he was getting so pumped.
100%. 100%.
On a decision, yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe Gallen's fucking trainer knows of the value of the man's chin, and he's going hard at that.
Yeah, could have.
Not
Had a
ruling that
real
out.
flutter. Anyway, look, there's like a rematch clause, which I hope they don't exercise.
Oh
Because that
my
is ridiculous.
God, are you serious?
Yeah, it's like
Who's putting the rematch clause in there?
Gal's putting it in.
There was some wild rumors about like what the card would be for that match if Gal doesn't box. Like Brandon Smith and Junior Paulo are going to be on the card and stuff. Not like against Huni, but
No,
like,
but like, well, Brandon Smith, I think, was a junior fucking boxing champion. For like New Zealand or some shit.
Yeah. Really?
Do your own research. I'm pretty sure though. He's like, he'll fuck you up.
Really?
Yep. Now I've got John Rahm here. Is this for Bird?
Yep.
Miss it. It's funny because I'm so shit at golf. Anytime I see someone having a long putt, I'm thinking it's at least for a par or a bogey. It's like, no, of course it's for a birdie because these motherfuckers know how to play golf.
so
always.
so it says here.
No, but like when you're tippy top.
This article says there are plans for Huni to fight world-rated heavyweight Junior Farr if Gallen doesn't enact the rematch clause, but the card could include Jason Taumalolo, Brandon Smith, Adam Fanua-Blake, and Junior Paulo.
Listen, it's the only way you sell fucking
So another
cards.
leaguey night of nights.
Yeah.
It's the only way you sell boxing cards.
That's not a bad part. That's going to go in.
Oh, fuck. What a part. That is crazy. John Rahm going the big lift, now taking outright lead with a
Jesus.
birdie on what, 17?
18.
18, that's his final hole.
Yeah.
Fuck, what a lift. 6 under.
67 final round. That is sharp as a tack.
And wasn't Michael saying for the US Open, like, often the winner's like fucking close to even?
Yeah. That's right.
Come on, Oost. Anyway,
Look at that.
Shout out to Gal v Huni. Hopefully Huni just goes and fights real boxers now.
Could you two just not talk anymore?